The following is a presentation of Region 11 Spring Sports on 107.7 FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. This broadcast of Region 11 Sports is brought to you by Cache Valley Daily and the Cache Valley Media Group, covering the Skyview Bobcats, Green Canyon Wolves, Logan Grizzlies, Bear River Bears, Ridgeline Riverhawks, and Mountain Crest Mustangs. Now, it's time for Region 11 Sports on 107.7 FM and CacheValleyDaily.com.
Number 19, sophomore, Stockton Ashcroft.
Welcome into Hiram, Utah, here on KLZX 107.7 and 100.9 Light FM. It's another edition of Region 11 Spring Sports, brought to you by Cache Valley Daily. Stockton Jukes here with Jacob Pitcher from Mountain Crest High School. It's a beautiful Monday evening, and another Region 11 boys soccer matchup between the top of the table, Green Canyon and Mountain Crest. As we meet our starting lineups, Jacob, happy to have you here with us. And Tyler, what are you looking forward to out of these two teams?
Stockton, thanks for having me here. Green Canyon taking on the Mustangs
Number 4, junior, Jackson Roll.
Crest lost to Ridgeline in a 4-1 battle.
Number 7,
as for Green Canyon,
junior,
win
Landon
in
Green.
Westfield 6-0. So I'm expecting a pretty fiery game here.
Number 10, senior,
nothing short
Ethan
of exciting.
Wester.
I'm really looking forward to both teams here. Green Canyon, hopefully in the
Number
offensive
11,
end, trying to match
junior,
that score last game with a 6-0
Mountain
Number
Crest
13,
JV team,
freshman,
late
Burns.
equalizer in the earlier match at
Number
NBC
16, sophomore, Mason Clark.
Now as we go down to the field here in
Number
Hiram,
19,
getting ready for our opening
Preston
kickoff
Hayes.
for the varsity teams, it's time for the uniform
Number
check. Brought to you by
31,
Logo Shop. They really can put your logo on
Hayes.
just about anything. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, they all trust the Logo
39,
Shop.
freshman,
Mountain Crest Mustangs going to be in their home navies from head to toe, and the Mississippi Wolves all white head to toe. Both goalkeepers wear pink today and our officials in green. Once again, you're listening to Region 11 Spring Sports, brought to you by Cache Valley Daily. The latest news about what's going on in your community is found on Cache Valley Daily, including photo galleries and replays of local sports like tonight's match. If you're streaming along with us on CacheValleyDaily.com or YouTube, your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. You can expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. Opening up this match, it looks like the Green Canyon Wolves will be attacking left to right across your radio dial. That's north to south here in Hiram. And the Mustangs right to left, south to north. Taking a look at our impact players today. For the Mustangs, they're really going to be looking for Parker Perry, who had the only goal in their match against Logan just a couple days ago. He leads this team in scoring. For the Green Canyon Wolves, who are averaging 4.6 goals per game, Colby Knight leading the way, 17 goals, 6 assists for 40 points on the season. And two different Wolves tied at 23 apiece. 9 goals, 5 assists for Canyon Clark, and 8 goals, 7 assists for Stockton Ashcroft. Mountain Crest going to have the opening kickoff here in Hiram. We'll start with the ball in the first half, as we are just about ready to go. 7:05 local time, 40 minutes on the clock. This is Region 11 Spring Sports. Big thank you to Mountain Crest for hosting us here this evening. Mountain Crest Booster Club would like to thank the businesses who support the Mustangs: Parchment Homes, Eldon Gaddage Towing, Little Wonders Learning Center, Cache Valley Nursery, and Big O Tires. Waiting on our opening whistle, standing over this one. That's, I believe, Nico Dimitrikov. It is. Dimitrikov will be playing the point for this Mustang attack early in this one. In goal for the Mustangs, it's Dylan Buist. And in goal for the Wolves today, Gage Sorensen, the senior who's played every minute of this season, only allowed 11 goals through 8 contests. Bouncing ball in towards Sorensen. Now he gets a nice feed from his back line and boots this to the 50. Off the back of the head there for a Mustang. Now to the far side of the pitch, this will be picked up by Clark. Clark right at midfield. Backtracking just a bit, he'll go back to the back line.
Yeah, Mountain Crest not letting up here, putting the pressure early here on Green Canyon, not letting him get that ball really across midfield.
Jewel Garcia could not find anything on the near side. Still booting it around that back line is Green Canyon. Harris trying to play that through for Clark. He comes back to it off a bounce. That's actually Ashcroft on the far touchline, trying to get around the far corner. Great sliding tackle there for Mountain Crest. It'll go out for a Green Canyon throw just in front of the corner flag. On the defense, that looks like number 14, William Burnett.
Yeah, great slide tackle. Easily could.
That's number 39.
Yeah, 39 there.
That's not really good. That's Mason Pulsifer.
That's Pulsifer.
I'll help you.
Clark dispossessed at the top of the attacking third. Sliced across the midfield and taken back by Green Canyon. Knight on the ball. And he is dispossessed. Really strong body work from McFarland. Clark coming back, wins that from behind. Ball in from Garcia. And the quick take by Ashcroft. He may have been knocked off. That it was last touched by the Mustangs. And we have our first corner of the game to Green Canyon. Far side of the pitch. Just over 2 minutes down now in Hiram. 37:55 remaining in the first half. Ashcroft to take this one. In swinger with the right foot. Right along that goal line. Punched out by Buist off his line. And then knocked away from the 18. Green Canyon's going to have to chase that all the way out. Far side again, Ashcroft. Back to Knight. Knight gives it back. Ashcroft knocks that down on a clearance attempt, and then it's poked out off his foot for a throw.
Yeah, Green Canyon starting to find some rhythm here in this one, but the Mustangs not giving up anything easy. Hard to get even a shot on goal for them.
Throw in again from that far side of the field. Running down that one is Jewel Garcia trying to get around the corner, and he is bodied off. It'll be a goal kick for Buist. 37 minutes remaining in the first half.
That was a great opportunity for Mountain Crest to start getting something going. Fresh start for them here. This one.
Buist line drive. Off the head of a Wolf. That was Jackson Steed. Bouncing ball through midfield. Mustangs have it. Near side, that pass just a little bit wide. Off the foot of Case. Near side throw for the Wolves. Dropped in right at the foot of Cannon Clark. Under heavy pressure. Working through it. Poked from behind. That should be a Green Canyon throw on the near side. Like you mentioned, Jacob, Mountain Crest not giving them a whole lot of physical space anywhere around that 18-yard line. And then a foul from behind there is going to be whistled against Green Canyon for a free kick for Mountain Crest. 36 minutes remaining in Hiram. Low free kick right to Jewel Garcia. He overruns it just a bit. Now free ball at the top of the attacking third for Mountain Crest. They go far side. Down low, that's intercepted. Body on the turf now at the far side of the 18. Green Canyon breaks out. Here's Ashcroft. Moving around on the far touchline, drops it back to his defense. Now a long right foot. That is going to leak out to the Green Canyon bench. Mountain Crest will have a throw just behind midfield. Mustangs trying to launch that one down the far touchline, headed back up the field by Green Canyon. Knight knocked it down, tried to get it over to Clark. It's poked off his foot. Green Canyon throw right at the 50. Knight again could not get through two. Ashcroft on the far side, dispossessed by a sandwich of Mustangs. Now a long ball through is well wide of Nico Dimitrikov. And he is going to have to sit on that one as Sorensen scoops it up inside the 18. 34:45 remaining in the first half. Just over 5 minutes have been played. And a nice touch and turn there from Cannon Clark. Heavy ball up the far side to Stockton Ashcroft. Too far inside and a great cut on the back line by Pulsifer. Back to Green Canyon. Booted out. Dimitrikov. Taken away by Garcia.
Yeah, bad pass there.
Back to Knight. He gives it right back off the leg of a Mustang. Still free on the near touchline. Right back to Colby Knight. Picked his pocket, then Jewel Garcia came in to take it away. Whistle there against Green Canyon. Free kick, Mountain Crest. 34 minutes to go here in the first half. This is Region 11 Spring Sports brought to you by DD Auto and Salvage, Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Pickup is available. Call 435-787-1204. No job is too big.
You know, Stockton, I think what it's going to come down to today is who's going to get a fast break and be able to get something open. Obviously, both teams are playing super physical early in this one. It's going to come down to either who's going to get a good fast break or who's going to keep up this physicality throughout the game.
A week ago in Logan, that really was the story of the game. Mountain Crest playing really good defense when they were allowed to set their defense, but it was Logan, like you said, in transition that really caught them off guard. Yeah, they've done well so far in their defensive set, just about 7 minutes into this one. Off to the right side, picked up by Clark. Could not stop it, taken away.
Not there in time on that pass. Good idea though, just wasn't there.
Harris for the Green Canyon back line to the far side. They play it up for Ashcroft. Right in front of his own bench, turns back towards midfield. Trying to work that through for Knight. It's deflected away. Mountain Crest in possession inside that far touchline, but then another heavy touch from that midfield gives it back. It's poked away for a Green Canyon throw.
Mountain Crest has been doing a great job of getting that ball out of possession from Green Canyon, but once they try to find it and start moving it down the field, nobody's there. You know, we're talking about the transition, Stockton. Mountain Crest not really finding anything on that transition, but that's what they're going to need to pick up in this one.
Throw in towards Garcia. He overruns it just a bit. Still trying to retain possession. Nice touch. Great shot from distance. Just misses the near post, and that's going to be a goal kick for Mountain Crest.
Love that shot. Love the idea. 8 minutes in, 2 pretty decent shots near the goal. Haven't seen much action on the other side from Mountain Crest, but still, Green Canyon making something happen again with this very solid defense we're seeing here tonight.
Got all of it with the right foot. Buick did look to have that near post covered. Ended up not mattering. That'll be out for a Green Canyon throw up and over the tent set up on their bench. Shadow's really starting to stretch out now here in Hiram. Just about the entire turf is covered by the press box's shadow. Give it about 20-25 minutes, and we're probably going to have a big shift in temperature as we get into the evening portion of this match.
Yeah, it's a little windy out there, and you're seeing all the Green Canyon wolves tucked underneath their tent, just trying to hide from that sun right now. Super bright. Hate to be on that side.
Unfortunate bounce there off the foot of a Mountain Crest midfielder. Now they throw in again for Garcia as he tries to get around the corner. Knock back up the field. Colby Knight through 3, gets into the box on the far side and then skies that one through. Yeah, it's an 8-yard field goal. 31 minutes remaining in the first half, 9 minutes down in Hiram. Near side. Case trying to work that through to midfield. High touch. And knocked out by Green Canyon. Case going to have this throw on the near side. Looking for Dimitrikov on the bounce. Almost had it. Knocked right back into the feet of Dimitrikov. Now he has a lane into the box on the near side. Awkward touch there. Had to put in a tight angle shot, and Sorensen knocks it down.
Yeah, now Mountain Crest needs to continue the pressure on Green Canyon side of the field to keep moving it on their side.
Colby Knight trying to track this down out of the air. Wanted to work it off the hip to Steve, and now Knight goes down with a little bit of contact. They'll call that a Green Canyon free kick.
Yeah, that's not the first time Knight's hit the ground tonight. That might have been the second or third time we've seen him take a fall.
10 minutes now have been played in Hiram, 29:55 remaining in the first half. Coming up to take this for Green Canyon, Aaron Stevens.
Oh, we got a sub.
Right foot towards the far side of the box. It's knocked away at the 18. Now Mountain Crest will try and break. And Perry was getting held up. That's going to be a foul against Mason Sadler. Looks like Dax will have to take this free kick for Mountain Crest.
Yeah, Daxton Grohl's going to talk about him earlier, Stockton. Super great defense. He's been kind of that piece.
Just overhit it. Perry was running onto it, but Sorensen came up to the 18 to catch it. Now here comes Green Canyon trying to work that back through midfield. Mountain Crest upping the pressure, moving it all the way up to the top of their attacking third. Errant past the midfield. This will be taken in easily by Case.
Cooper.
And Mountain Crest needs to continue pushing forward, and not like Green Canyon will get settled in on the defense and keep moving it on their side of the field.
He was clearing to midfield from just in front of the 18. Now Ashcroft lays this up for Garcia. Garcia right through the middle, long distance, low shot. Hughes lays out to save it, and it spins up and over, and Green Canyon has the opening goal of this one. Just 11 minutes, 26 seconds have been played, and lots of frustration there from Buis. That just took the worst spin on him.
Yeah, had a lot of spin, read it a little wrong, kind of hit the deck straight away, had a lot of spin. Was not able to handle it, and it bubbled in.
Had it read, had it saved, and that's just
unfortunate. That's the only word we can say.
It's a turf monster.
Exactly. And you know he's going to be thinking about that for a while, so now we're going to see how he can respond, kind of move on from that mistake, as we're going to have some substitutes here for
Nicholas
both Mountain
Barrientos.
Crest and
Coming
Green
in for
Canyon,
Mountain
number
Crest,
15 and number 14 in
Will Burnett coming
for
in for
Mountain
Mountain
Crest,
Crest.
and number 9.
Number 5, Luke Whitney coming in for the Wolves.
We're going to be lined up again to give this one another go.
It's Canyon Christensen, number 9 on for Green Canyon.
That's going to be Hunt and Baronitos in as well for Mountain Crest.
Cooper Hunt and Barrientos.
That was such an unfortunate.
Green Canyon trying to work this down that far touchline just across midfield now, but under heavy pressure.
There you go.
Ashcroft has his pocket picked. Now that pass just a little bit heavy for Dimitrikov. He's been making some good runs. They haven't quite been able to find him in stride.
Oh my heck!
Lots of physical contact right there at midfield. Nothing whistled.
Yeah, super physical game, and we're going to see this probably continue throughout the night.
Couple dance moves there. Now here comes Aaron Stevens from the back line, trying to boot that up across the 50. That one touched just a little bit wide for Garcia. 27:35 remaining in the first half. Throw in for Mountain Crest just behind the 50. They go short side Dimitrikov. In for Perry, and that's taken away. Now down the right side with pace, Colby Knight keeps it on that touchline. Knight's left-footed shot bounces once, then Buis has an easy save. Rolling it out quickly now for Barrientos. Sent back towards Buis, and he boots that across the 50. Headed back up the field, still bouncing around. Top of the attacking third for Green Canyon, knocked down by Garcia. And then he goes to the turf, but a little too easily. Mountain Crest continues play. Far side of the pitch, off the head of Sadler. Headed forward by that back line of Green Canyon. Still looking for Garcia. Over the top, way too heavy for Canyon Clark. Taken back by Sadler. Ashcroft now just in front of midfield. Spins around towards that far touchline. Now an excellently weighted ball down that far side is taken off the foot of a Green Canyon Wolf.
Mason, go.
That looked like
That was right to them.
Mason Clark, I believe. And Clark follows that one all the way out for a Green Canyon throw. Good defensive effort again by Mountain Crest on the far side of the 18. No easy entry for Green Canyon.
Yeah, great defense by Green Canyon and both Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest, once they're getting the possession of the ball, though, nobody's really going to help. And it's kind of just getting stagnant and getting intercepted. They need to really all crash on that ball and try to continue moving these passes across midfield and make something happen.
A little too much hand fighting there from Green Canyon. Gives Mountain Crest a free kick, and they'll break the defensive third. Long ball over the head of Dimitrikov. Knotted down for Luke Whitby, and he boots it back across the 50. Straight up in the air off of forehead. Bounces back down. Incidental handball. That's not going to get called. Oh, it is going to get whistled. Arm just a little too far off the body there. Green Canyon playing quickly. Whitby now over the top looking for Ashcroft down that far side. Flag stays down for now. Ashcroft spins his way in. High shot, punched out by Buist. Still in danger, cleared out towards, it looks like Canyon Clark. and he could not get a clean foot on that in midair. 25-10 remaining in half number one. Still 1-0 Green Canyon, and a goal kick for Buis coming up.
Who just went in? Jesse Bravo?
Jesse Bravo coming in for the Mustangs.
It looks like Nico Dimitrikov is going to be subbed off. Jesse Bravo, number 17, coming on in his spot. Turnover at the top of the 18. Colby Knight almost had a run towards that near post, but it's deflected off of a Mustang for a corner. Cooper Hunt with the follow through for the back line of Mountain Crest.
Yeah, Green Canyon did a great job with these attacks and breaks.
Oh, they're going to say that was last touch by Green Canyon, so Hunt with a little extra effort there gets a goal kick for Buist. Long right foot to the far side of the pitch, right in front of the Green Canyon bench, is knocked down by Mountain Crest. Headed forward by Casey Thompson and then sent out for a Green Canyon throw.
Yeah, Mountain Crest playing super physical on the defensive end, but that offense kind of stagnant here in this one. Got to be able to put something up on the board now, down 1-0 here in this first half.
Ashcroft looking for an avenue, spins his way back in towards
Take him down,
midfield and
Coop.
turns on the Jets. Top of the 18 now. Looking for that left foot, tried to work it through for Cannon Clark, and it's deflected out. Green Canyon back to work now. Thompson on the far side, leaves it for Ashcroft. Sadler all the way back to Whitby. Whitby working it forward slowly. Back to Sadler. Taking off the foot of Sadler from behind, but overrun just a bit. Green Canyon will keep it. Back to Ashcroft on the far side. Further down the touchline, Thompson was looking for Cannon Clark. Took some contact. That ball's cleared all the way back to the 50. Whitby poked it off for Sadler. Sadler didn't know he was going to do that. Now it's laid off to the far side. Here come the Mustangs. Long shot. Sorensen gets a paw to it. He was way off his line.
Yeah, he was probably on the fence about going after that ball or sitting back and almost got beat. Barely got a hand on, and that ball just dribbled out behind the goal. What a see, those are those fast breaks, Stockton, we were talking about. Who's going to get that explosive play? And that was a great opportunity there on the first corner kick here for Mountain Crest in this one.
And like you were saying, Jacob, it's going to have to be in transition. It's going to have to be the counter. Really good opportunity there for Mountain Crest. Now they have a corner from the near side. In-swinger towards the near post, bounces to the top of the box, and it's cleared out as far as the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Mountain Crest
is all the way back to midfield.
And they need to keep this pressure in,
Do
though,
not fall. Well, the
on Green Canyon on the defensive end now.
Right off to the near side for Case. In the middle, Barrientos, back to Case. Just past Burnett. Taken in by Cannon Clark. Really good follow through by Parker Perry, and he's got possession back for Mountain Crest, top of the attacking third. Drops it back for Barrientos, and that's poked through by Garcia, right through the legs. It'll stay Mountain Crest ball. 21:45 remaining in half number one here in Hiram. Throw coming now from McFarland. Trying to walk that all the way down the touchline. That never crossed back into the field of play. It'll be a Green Canyon throw. Such a tight line to walk there if you're going to try and work down the near touchline.
Oh, who's subbing? Do you see that number?
Looks like another substitution as Green Canyon's going to make the change. Heading off is number 7, Jackson Steed. Replacing him, number 18, Jackson
Porter
Porter.
in for the Wolves.
They'll come and play that right midi. They'll go right to him off the throw. Poked away from him. Parker Perry has it. Now Perry working towards midfield. Nice tackle by Sadler on the run. Up the field for Knight. Drop it back to Sadler. Sadler playing that down that left side. Road run from Ashcroft. He'll have to slow down under pressure. Takes the ball now. Worked right back through. Just a little too heavy for Kaysen Thompson. It'll be another goal kick for Buist with just over 20 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Green Canyon's been super shifty, I guess because they shiesty, mixing up, getting around their defenders very well, just not able to finish. Mountain Crest, the speed though needs to get turned up a little bit if they want to continue to get something going on their offensive end. And really sitting back on defense here as that ball's just inbounded very shortly.
Long boot down the far side. They're trying to get a friendly bounce for Jesse Bravo. It's just not happening yet. Now Ashcroft runs that down to the far touchline. Parallel with the 18, working down the far side of it. Stops on a dime, lays that one in for Porter, and he could not get to it before Buist. Halfway through the first half, still 1-0 Green Canyon here on 107.7 KLZX and 100.9 Light FM. Dropped in for Knight. To Clark, he's going to give it right back to Knight, chipping that into the 18. Knight working towards that left foot, top of the 18. Shot blocked off a body, knocked down by Clark. He shoots to the near post. Buist had it covered and he missed wide. 19:30 remaining in half number 1.
Just right there. Buick was on that very well from the get-go. Maybe a pretty good missed opportunity there for both teams. Or excuse me, for Green Canyon on that one.
Knocked down by Perry, trying to go through midfield. Sadler runs through the intended receiver. Green Canyon's got it back. Clark. Far side, Ashcroft. Turns again towards midfield. Great tackle. And it's taken back by Mountain Crest. Burnett, nifty footwork. Now trying to lay that down the far side. Nowhere to go. Back to Garcia, midfield for Green Canyon. Switching this one to the right side now. Here goes Porter. Porter along the 18, slows it down on the end line. That's poked out for a Green Canyon throw, maybe half a yard in front of the corner flag. 18 minutes, 30 seconds remain in the first half.
Yeah, Mountain Crest really just needs to find their player open in transition. Daxton Grohl was open right there, kind of up the middle of the field, just was not seen on the pass. Once they find these transition players to give it to, they might be in business.
Really good physical defense from Mountain Crest. And then a Green Canyon attacker, it looked like got clipped as he was trying to get to that ball, but it was a clean tackle from Mountain Crest and they were clearing that out of the 18. Porter looks to be okay. Burnett will have the throw on the near side, under 18 to play in the first half. Region 11 Soccer on 107.7 KLZX and 100.9 Light FM is brought to you by Planet Fitness. Get energy without the punishment. Join the judgment-free zone for just $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all. Green Canyon's got another substitution. Onto the field, Nixon Harris returning to play. He'll be replacing Jace McBride. Crest.
As well for Mountain Crest.
Baldwin on for Mountain Crest. Barrientos trying to work that away. Lays it off for Daxton Grohl. It's taken back by Colby Knight. Left-footed shot punched away by Buist and cleared out for a Green Canyon corner.
Buist. Then you don't have to say Buist. Buist.
Under 17 to go in the first half. Over to the far side, it looks like Ashcroft and Clark are talking about it. Short one to Ashcroft, lays it off for Clark. Back heel, Colby Knight into the box, low cross, read perfectly by Mountain Crest. They cleared to the top of the 18. Now chipped over the top for an oncoming Wolf that looked like Aaron Stevens. Mountain Crest again reads that one and clears it away from danger. Still bouncing around at the top of that Green Canyon, attacking third. Couple different players spilling down the turf. Garcia pokes that through, trying to find Knight on the run. Excellent touch, a couple really good ones. And Mountain Crest still has possession. Up the near side, Baldwin just coming on. Poke through, Bravo, off a bounce, off of Sorensen. And Sorensen playing that one way at the top of the 18. 16 minutes to go in half number 1. Jesse Bravo, another really good opportunity for Mountain Crest in transition.
So that's the second time we've seen Sorensen caught up at the top of that box. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing on both of those, as that ball just barely got through and almost into the goal, just barely got lucky and got a foot on it.
Really aggressive keeper as Gage Sorensen has been for his whole high school career. That's knotted out by Green Canyon for another Mountain Crest corner.
Oh, it is.
Last off the head of Nixon Harris.
Oh, we've got 10 and 7 going in.
Looks like a couple substitutions getting ready for Mountain Crest, and one on the far side for Green Canyon as well. Another corner from the near side, in swinger off the head of Aaron Stevens. Good touch there from Cannon Clark. He's on the run, has Knight to his left. Goes to Colby Knight now, who will slow down and wait for some help. Knight into the 18. Left foot shot over the crossbar. 14:50 remaining in the first half. Now we'll make our substitutions.
Ethan Webster, Landon Green coming in for the Mustangs.
Ethan Webster and Landon Green joining the field for Mountain Crest. Jackson Stevens back onto the pitch. Or excuse me, Jackson Steed back onto the pitch. He'll be replacing, I didn't quite see who he took off. Oh, it looks like Cannon Clark. Clark's limping a little bit on that right leg. Something to keep an eye on for the second half. 14:20 remaining in half number one. Still 1-0 Green Canyon. It was Jewel Garcia, 11 minutes, 26 seconds into this one. That's our only score so far. Body goes flying on the far side. Official not buying it. Now Burnett has that one poked away. Green Canyon stops it on the touchline. They'll keep possession. Garcia threw a couple different Mountain Crest Mustangs down that far side. Here comes Green Canyon for Colby Knight. Knight trying to work back to the top of the 18. And that's taken away beautifully by Cooper Hunt. Still Green Canyon. Ashcroft bump off that ball. No whistle coming. Mountain Crest clears it. I do understand that, you know, feeling that contact and then selling the contact is part of the game, but it feels like Green Canyon could really threaten a little bit harder if they wouldn't go to the ground so easy, Jacob.
Yeah, they've been hitting the ground really hard today. We talked about that earlier in the game, but I don't know, about 5 minutes in Stockton, we mentioned that they were hitting the ground pretty lightly and pretty easily. They might have some attempts down the field.
Well, you will get those whistles sometimes, but it's just not happening today.
Yes, Coop.
As that's picked out excellently again by Cooper Hunt.
Yeah, and the physicality today and what we're seeing from both teams, and if it's not getting called, it might just be time just to turn up the heat and finally finish up on these easy attempts that are being given to them by Mountain
He
Crest.
should. That's smart play. He's gonna
Aaron Stevens trying to nod that through for a teammate. Mountain Crest will drop it back to the back line. Look for a way up the field. Far side of the pitch. Through the middle now. Excellent off the back of the head for Bravo. Gets the return service. Just couldn't control it. Cleared back up the field by Green Canyon. This will roll out for a Mountain Crest throw. Burnett right there to take it. Or excuse me, no, that's number 19, Case.
Yeah, great idea. Just off the back of the head there for Mountain Crest. Green Canyon, though, converging on the ball and make sure to clear it out. Overall, both teams, great ideas, great plays. Just did not have enough on that to get a shot. As that ball didn't even get in bounds on the throw, and that's the second time we've seen that, Stockton.
Eric Ma subs in for Mountain Crest to replace Jesse Bravo.
There's 2 11s for that. So whoever that was, it just came in. There's 2 11s. Cannon Clark and Tanner Holt.
Dan Clark back on the field for Green Canyon. Ashcroft takes that away through midfield. Heavy pass up the right side. Steed trying to run onto it, but knocked out by Hunt before he could get there. 11 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter, or first half, excuse me. Easy to just read that scoreboard as
Yeah, it says quarter on there.
He's had surgery on
Harris, quick throw.
when he was little.
Finds Ashcroft back to Harris.
And I was like, oh, that's fine.
Colby Knight, nowhere to go. Really good stand-up tackle and takeaway from McFarland as he tried to turn the corner. Now it's back to Clark. Clark passed one, passed a second, working to his left, and then just worked himself off the ball. His feet a little too fancy for him. Doesn't happen very often.
Then he broke his elbow.
A little bit of contact over there.
Oh, we
Their
were
last touch, Green Canyon, and they're going to give that throw to Mountain Crest.
Great defense, though. Once again, from Mountain Crest, just cannot capitalize on this.
And again, they throw one down the touchline. It doesn't come back over the touchline. Kind of a rough mistake to make, and Green Canyon's going to have a throw pretty much in front of their own bench.
And that's the third time tonight talking. That is something that they'll have probably get a good talking to as we go in here to the second half during halftime.
Knight, heavy touch,
A lot of hands.
taken away from Case and Thompson. Now it's back with Sadler. He goes left. Knight looking for the cross. Left foot, and Bust has it. Drop kick off the head of Aaron Stevens, takes a Mountain Crest bounce. They do get it back to Sorensen. He's going to slice that out to Ashcroft. Awkward touch from Ashcroft, and he is dragged down at the Mountain Crest bench, out of play.
Is he okay?
We might have a Mustang down as well.
Ouch.
He looks to be okay. They both went down hard. It was Ethan Webster on the
And he just took a little fall there.
Burnett, really good idea to make that turn, but great recovery run from Green Canyon's defense, and then a long shot goes wide right. Under 10 to play now in the first half, 9:35. Still 1-0 Green Canyon. Mountain Crest has had a couple really, really good opportunities in the back half of this opening half of play.
Yeah, starting to get the pressure on again, moving downfield. That's been their key, really. And this, from what we've seen from them, Stockton, is they have not been able to really capitalize on their outstanding defense on their end.
Wolves playing pass along the back line now with about 9 minutes to go in the first. Back to the far side for Sadler. Up the far side, hash marks. Now he's going to send a long one for Knight. It's a little bit behind him and cut out by the Mountain Crest, back line. Ashcroft trying to make a run through the middle, had it poked away from behind.
Who's this number down here? AC?
Back to Ashcroft, a turnover. Working to the top of the 18. Ashcroft turning to his left, has an opening with the left foot, lays it off inside the box instead, and Clark could not get a shot off. A foot in there again for Green Canyon. Back to Sadler. Sadler under pressure to his left. It's a turnover. Mountain Crest trying to work this up for Burnett. He goes down the far side. Has to slow his run. Standing tackle for Green Canyon comes in from Casey Thompson, and Thompson takes it away. Still under heavy pressure, that Green Canyon back line. Now they go back to the far side, up the field for Colby Knight. Knight chipping it over the top for Ashcroft. He's got to have to turn on the Jets if he's going to get there first. He does. Top of the 18 far side, almost loses his footing. Lays it off for Knight. Knight into the box. Getting bodied, tried to throw that across the crossbar for someone. And that's going to be a Green Canyon throw on the near side. It was deflected by a Mustang.
Yeah, that might would explain why that ball went so high. I was not sure exactly where they were going with that.
Yeah, that cross ended up spinning off the foot of the Mustang and out over the near side. 7:25 to go in the first half. Looks like Nixon Harris to take the throw for Green Canyon. Couple bodies on the near side of the box. That's over the head of its intended target. Now Mountain Crest has it outside the 18 on the near side. They send it out for a Green Canyon throw, about 20 yards from goal. Harris again going to come out to take this for Green Canyon. Under 7 to play in the first half. In for Garcia. Tried to touch that up and over his mark. And then a heavy second touch, attempted to clear off the back of Garcia, ends up with Buste.
Yeah, now is the opportunity. 6:30 left to play in this first half. Have to get something going down the offensive end. Again, that defense still holding up strong throughout this one, but they're not guaranteed that going in the second.
Headed back up the field by Green Canyon's defense. Still bouncing around. Case will settle it for Mountain Crest. His pass through midfield, intercepted by Clark. Up tonight, back to Clark now over to the far side for Ashcroft. Ashcroft gets it over the right foot. Long shot off of a Mustang and an easy save for Buste. 6:06 remaining in half number 1.
Yeah, and again, Stockton, both teams playing very well, both on the defensive end. Mountain Crest is having that one bad spin on that goal.
Now an opportunity for the Mustangs up the near side. Burnett runs onto it just outside the 18. And then he has a bad touch off the outside of the foot, trying to locate that ball. It's out for a Green Canyon throw. Just unlucky there.
Yeah,
There's been a couple just unlucky bounces for Mountain Crest. That goal for Garcia, Buste had it saved.
Nico Dudkov
Turfmaster just came up and poked it over.
That's exactly what I was talking about. That just bad spin. I mean, it's just unfortunate. It's what happens again with that ball getting kicked out of bounds, just mishandled. That's just kind of the story on the offensive end for Mountain Crest today.
Here come the Mustangs. Long shot. Could not get the foot around it. Doesn't curl back to the far post. 5:15 remaining in the first.
What do you speak?
And I was more much just talking about Mountain Crest's defense. Green Canyon as well, though. They've been keeping the pressure on their offensive end as well. Obviously giving up some shots near the goal, but still giving heavy pressure on their end. One breakout, though, from Mountain Crest could lead to disaster if that were to happen, but Green Canyon so far holding up strong.
Clark has this one. He was trying to run it to the near side. Marked well. Has to leave it for Whitby. Now Whitby through that far side. Colby Knight misjudged it. Throw for Mountain Crest.
Tried to do something fancy there. Just didn't even get a foot on it. Wasn't able to handle that.
Throw in off the foot. I think it was Nico Dimitrikov who's back on the field for Mountain Crest. Just couldn't control it. Still with the Mustangs. Daxton Grohl to the near side. Baldwin under heavy pressure from that Green Canyon attack. Finds Grohl again.
Let's get rid of it. A couple of open men downfield for Mountain Crest. A good opportunity there to make something happen, but just was not able to get it out. Great defense by Green Canyon.
Yeah, Green Canyon working that press up the field now as Clark almost had an opportunity. Heavy pass for Mountain Crest. Nice touch, but they do turn it over. Hunt couldn't follow it to the near touchline. 3:45 to go in the first half. Soft throw in is cut out by Cooper Hunt. Back up the field for Garcia. Nice back heel. Finds Kanan Clark. All the way to the back line for Whitby. To his left, Colby Knight. Knight not having any luck getting that ball to move like he wants. Now 3:25 to go. Off the back of the shin pads there for Nico Dimitrikov, but here comes Mountain Crest again. Back heel towards Dimitrikov, cut out by Aaron Stevens, and a long shot right into Gabe Sorensen. Ground ball saved with 3:10 to play in the first.
I like that idea behind, that kind of backwards pass there by Mountain Crest. Just can't do that with this type of game.
Knight runs onto it, settles it out of the air, now moves to his left, far side of the box, stops inside the 18, lays it off for Ashcroft, right-footed shot, he leaned back, hit the right upright of the football. Field goal post, 2:48 to play in the first half, it's still 1-0.
Tried to elevate that just a little too much, took it off the goal post. Good look though there. Or Green Canyon.
Goal kick headed up towards Knight. Looked like that might have gone off the chest of Knight. A little too heavy in Mountain Crest. Running up the far side. Cut out again though by Sadler. Excellent back heel. Ashcroft lays it off for Clark. Clark to the 6. Right foot. Saved by Bust. Got enough of it to force it past that far post, and Green Canyon's going to have a corner with 2:15 to play in the first half.
It's just another unlucky bounce, Stockton. That just bounced right off the goalkeeper there, off to the left side of the goal. Mountain Crest gets another huge stop to only keep this 1-0 with stop and stop. Now this is what game's been going. You're just now.
Ashcroft cross over Bust, saved by the head of a Mountain Crest Mustang, heads it into the uprights, and we'll go back to the corner with 1:45 to play in the first half. Ashcroft going to stay there for Green Canyon. He's taken all of them so far today. In towards that far post now, headed away by another Mustang, and Sadler trying to volley that out of the air, send it sky high. Under 90 seconds remaining now in the first half. Looks like Bust will take his time getting this one away.
Yeah, run on the clock. Get to halftime, make another game plan, and try to get some goals in that back of the net.
Headed back up the field by Green Canyon, falls for Kanan Clark. Clark trying to get through the middle, pulled down, and that will draw a whistle with just under a minute to play in the first half. Free kick, Green Canyon about 30, 31, 32 yards from goal. Knight and Clark both standing over this one. Clock is down to 40 seconds now in the first half. Whistle now, Green Canyon will play this one. Knight, the first to it, he'll take it with the left foot to the far post, and it's caught out of the air by Bust. 25 seconds remaining in this first half. Throws it down the far side. Green trying to work through a trio of Green Canyon Wolves. They take it back, but no one there to receive the pass on the other end. 13 seconds, and that's cleared away from the field of play. Looks like there's nothing over there on the far side. There's not going to be a throw-in in time, and we're going to run this all the way down to halftime. 1-0 Green Canyon after 40 minutes of play. It's Jewel Garcia with the only goal of this one at 11:26 in the first half. Made it 1-0 Green Canyon. Jacob, been pretty physical out there so far, and Mountain Crest defense is doing almost everything right.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about all game. Talking it's been a super physical matchup between these two teams. Mountain Crest's defenses came up to play today. Just unfortunately, their offense has not. They have not been able to convert anything on their offensive end of the field. As for Green Canyon, doing a great job of picking up those pass attempts by Mountain Crest as well and getting some shots on goal and really starting to test beauty step back there on the goal. It's going to be a very interesting second half. We'll see if Green Canyon can really spark something, or if we're going to see if Mountain Crest, can start something on that offensive end, or Green Canyon can finally finish on these given balls and they've been getting throughout this game.
Time for halftime here in Hiram. Your first half of action on Region 11 Spring Sports, brought to you by Cache Valley Daily. It's also sponsored by State Farm agent Lana Powell. Does your high school student get good grades or have a good driving record? You can save money on their auto insurance. Call 435-752-7639. Our halftime break brought to you by Young Toyota and Young Honda. For 100 years delivering exceptional customer experience. Think young, drive young. We'll be right back here on 107.7 KLZX and 100.9 Light FM. This is Region 11 Soccer from Hiram, Utah.
Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Insurance. Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club urges you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Mitco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Mitco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Mitco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Welcome back into Hiram, Utah. It's kickoff for the second half of action between the Green Canyon Wolves and the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Stockton Jukes, Jacob Pitcher here with you on Cache Valley Daily, 107.7 KLZX and 100.9 Light FM. Happy to have you here. It's 1-0 Green Canyon after the first 40, and it's been almost 30 minutes of gameplay without a goal. Now here's Ashcroft down the near side for Green Canyon. They're going quickly off the kickoff. Ashcroft has that knocked away from behind. It'll be a corner kick for Green Canyon. Really good follow-up tackle there by Mountain Crest just to keep that away from danger.
Yeah, Green Canyon coming up strong in that one. Really fast break down the field. How about Mountain Crest though? We're able to get the foot on that ball and clearing it out. That really could have turned bad.
There's Mason Pulsifer with that slide from behind. You have to be picture perfect in that spot. Now Ashcroft lays one across the box. In for Aaron Stevens. That went off the arm of a Mustang and the official didn't quite catch it. Everyone in Green Canyon's shirts are frustrated with that, but it is going to be a throw-in for Green Canyon about 45-50 yards from goal.
Yeah, Clark took that one really hard off his arm. You saw him kind of holding it as he was running off towards the play.
And the call there for the official is that's incidental. He didn't move the arm in any way to block the shot. It was just there when the shot was taken.
It was smoked. So
and
no getting around that.
Yeah, and it does kind of go from official to official whether they will call that or not. Great ball in for Garcia. It's knocked off his feet as he enters the 18, and Mountain Crest will once again clear the near side. Dimitrikov overran it just a bit, being bodied off by Whitney, but he gets past him. Now Dimitrikov into the middle. Here goes Parker Perry all alone. Heavy touch, recovery run, saved by Sorensen, cleared out by Sadler. What an excellent recovery run by number 23, Jace McBride, to make that shot hard for Perry, and Sorensen way off his line to close out the shooting lanes as well. He'll go off the corner flag, throw in for Mountain Crest.
How about that speed though? That was very quick from up here. You saw him just maintain that distance.
Both teams throwing early punches here in the second half. 37-50 remaining in this one.
Yeah, that's what they needed. That's what Mountain Crest and both Green Canyon needed to get something going here. It was really stagnant, like you said, Stockton, for those last 30 minutes.
Long throw across the box off the back of the head of Luke Whitby. And now all the way across for Dimitrikov. He crosses this one across the top of the 18. Ashcroft's clearance is sliced well short of where he wanted it. Still Mountain Crest ball. Back to the near side for Pulsifer. Punches that one towards Sorensen. He scoops that off the turf. 37 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the second half. Green Canyon going right to left in the second half across your radio dial. The Mountain Crest Mustangs left to right. Floodlights are turning on here in Hiram. as the sun is just about set behind the Wellsvilles. Heavy touches from Mountain Crest at midfield. They're trying to work that through to their attack. Cut out off the foot of a Mustang at the front of that Green Canyon attack. Still trying to get something on it. Now Garcia runs onto it.
Yeah, that was a hair.
Punches that one into the back of the arm of Colby Knight as he was running. And now cleared back up the field by Mountain Crest. Dimitrikov. Sorensen clears it, and he is 20 yards in front of the 18, and he's just kind of standing there. He's got to get way back into his box.
Yeah, Sorensen, that's the third time we've seen him tonight.
Well,
Way
look
outside
at
his
him.
box.
He's
Yeah,
still
all
there.
the way out there. I'm not sure if maybe he just thinks he can get that ball ahead, but very interesting approach by him tonight.
Cross attempt went off of a Mustang. It'll be a corner won by Jackson Steed.
Yeah, that's really interesting. He's still out there, about 30-yard line from the football field.
Now from that far side, working in from the right side of the Green Canyon attack, they're going to have Colby Knight take this. They want that in-swinger still, so Knight's going to use the left foot. 4 minutes, 15 seconds down in the second half. Short one across the face of goal. Buse overran it just a bit, but it did not wrap back in inside that near post. Goal kick.
Now this is going to really be a test for Mountain Crest to see if they can get this ball past midfield without any hiccups. Some good passing is what's missing right now for them. As we see that bad pass and still right out of the gate.
Mountain Crest does win it back though. Good work by Pulsifer. His clearance attempt is deflected, ends up with Parker Perry. Back to Pulsifer. Through the middle for Grohl.
That was like...
Roll to the near side, Dimitrikov. Dimitrikov, heavy touch running onto it, and then Whitby comes in and takes it away. Dimitrikov gives him a shoulder check, and there is the whistle. It'll be on Green Canyon. I'm surprised by that. Dimitrikov giving him some extra business after the play. That looked like just a pure-on hit. That didn't look like a play on the ball there, Jake.
That looked like a soccer play right there. And then a little bit of hands after the fact, trying to grab him, probably a little bit of frustration as well. That was a pretty big hit there, Stockton. I have not seen that in
Yeah,
a
it was
while.
a great job by Whitby to run in and get a foot on that, and then he just got bodied after. 5.5 have been played in the second half. Mountain Crest looking to tie it up here. Punched in off the head of Perry, lifted it over the crossbar and off the near post.
Great idea, just a little too much to the right. A lot of speed, great idea. Just not enough to get something going. Now Mountain Crest needs to keep that pressure they've been delivering all game and not let Green Canyon get back on their offensive side.
34 minutes exactly remaining in this match. This is Region 11 Soccer on KLZX and 100.9 Light FM, brought to you by Cache Valley Daily and Les Olson IT. What can a business technology partner do for you? All the office products you need and a great service team. Learn more at lesolson.com. Through the middle of Clark over to his right. Trying to get it back. Get a little soft and cleared back up the field by Mountain Crest. Now Sorensen way out of the box, plays it off the head. He's being very aggressive, and then we've got a big body way away from ball. This is going to be a talking to for sure. And a yellow card. Ethan Webster going into the book for some seriously heavy contact. I think that was Casey Thompson on the receiving. No, excuse me, that was Jace McBride. And he's going to have to go straight off.
Both of those players are going to come out probably for two different reasons there, Stockton. But
yeah, so because of the card, Ethan Webster required to be subbed off. And then Jace McBride hurting a little bit after that one.
And just an unnecessary, hit to take out McBride. I was just not sure what we were really thinking there.
Well, Mountain Crest plays a very physical brand of defense, and that's to be expected, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just hard to walk that line between, physical defense and straight up body checking.
Exactly.
Especially when you're in the flow of the game, you kind of lose track of where that line is. Ashcroft, under pressure, has that poked away. It'll be a Green Canyon throw. You say last touch by Clark. Throw coming in from Casey Thompson. Clark gets pushed down from behind, winning a free kick for Green Canyon. About 15 yards from goal. right next to the 18-yard box on the near side.
Yeah, these officials definitely coming out in this one, trying to regain, I guess you could say, some control of this game. Not many calls.
Physicality definitely has ramped up in the second half.
Absolutely, because both teams know how possible it is for them to really take it away. Mountain Crest knows they got the defense there. That offense just needs to turn up, and with that, their defense is coming back. As for Green Canyon, probably a little bit of frustration. They had a lot of great looks on the goal, a lot of takeaways. They're not able to really convert anything in that first half.
Clark was going to go right for goal. Excellent job by Pulsifer on the wall. Jump up and block that.
This is how we do it.
Now Sadler knocks that down. Transition for Mountain Crest. Long ball forward for Dimitrikov. He tried to nod that forward for Perry, and Perry just wasn't ready to make the run.
Yeah, not all the way up to the line with him, and just gave it a little too much oomph to throw it out of bounds. But Mountain Crest, that's the transition we were talking about, Stockton, earlier during the break, is that first half they weren't able to really make anything happen, move downfield. That was a great job connecting their passing. They should continue doing that here in the second half to have a second chance.
Bouncing ball in front of Cannon Clark. Heavy pressure from Daxton Grohl, and he's going to get whistled for the foul. Grohl not happy with that whistle.
A lot of pushing there, though. Like, he has no chance to even make a play on that ball. So a great call by the official.
Hard to walk that line between, using your body to play defense and just getting a little too much of your opponent. Clark taken off his foot. Now he's Barrientos in midfield for Mountain Crest. Drops it back to the back line. Intercepted by Garcia. Dangerous play. Heavy touch by Garcia. Gets through one, gets through two, shoots and scores. Green Canyon leads by 2. 9 minutes and 4 seconds into the second half. Garcia has his brace.
That's the second goal of the day from Julian Garcia. Wide open look. No play to really be made there by Mountain Crest. Just great job by him by getting clear and getting a great solid shot on the goal.
Garcia came into this match with just 1 goal on the season. He's now got 3, and his point total goes from 7 to 11 on the season.
Will Burnett and Jesse Gomez coming in for Bravo.
Will Burnett and Jesse Bravo subbing on for Mountain Crest, 2 of their leading attackers, definitely looking to move up the field here as Mountain Crest. And again, they've done such a good job on defense, just a couple of those type of plays bouncing through that back line.
Those fast breakaways really costing them. Unfortunately, though, they have had some really great looks on their end as well, just not able to convert that. And that's what you got to do in a very tight game like this.
Garcia back on the ball, under hit that, but it will find its way to Thompson. Thompson will give and go right back to Whitby. Now Whitby punched one up the field for Ashcroft, goes over the head of the first defender, but Hunt recovers well. I think that one went off of Ashcroft for a Mountain Crest throw. $30 minutes and a handful of seconds remaining in this contest. It's 2-0 Green Canyon, 2 goals from Jewel Garcia early in each half. Heavy touch out of the air there, ends up with Garcia again, drops this for Whitby. Right at midfield, Whitby through the middle for Knight. Knocks that one down, trying to go to his right side. Fakes left, goes back right. Trying to step through that second defender. Taken away. Really strong play, I believe. That was Hunt again on the far side. Hunt's been having a great day on the back line, even with a cast on his right arm.
Yeah, we've been talking about him today. His defense, really physical. Again, like you're saying, Stockton, that cast there, I believe on his right arm. Still playing super physical, really trying to keep this Mountain Crest in this one, even though that offense really hasn't sparked just yet.
Up for Garcia, slight dummy, slight back heel, doesn't make it all the way through, didn't get enough pace on it.
Sorensen sits back on this one.
Plays it out of the 6. Whitby goes back across. Aaron Stevens now from the far side, taking his time, getting up to midfield. Cannon Clark under pressure, invites the defense in and then turns the Jets on. Across midfield. Trying to go back to his left and overhit it for Steve.
Moving quick here in this one. Continue on that solid passing. That's what they need to do here. Looks like they're getting a fast break.
William Burnett for the Mustangs. Heavy pass through the middle, looking for Barrientos, just a little too heavy hit. Get booped up by Sorensen.
Barrientos even pointed down the field for him and called for that ball. Just not enough, just too much, excuse me, on that one. But those are the plays that Mount Crest needs to get on the board in this one. That's the only way.
Pass attempt for Steed went off the body of Landon Green at midfield, but it ends up with Cannon Clark. Now a heavy pass through the middle for Ashcroft. Boost off his line. Does enough to pop that up in the air and comes up with the second ball. Ashcroft looks to be okay after a little bit of contact. Steed winning that one back for Garcia in midfield. Garcia from Clark. Back to his left for Ashcroft. Ashcroft left foot across the face of goal. Sneaks it under the left arm of Buse. And it's 3-0 Green Canyon.
Garcia, that's his third point of the game with that assist there.
That one Stockton to another, way to go.
As that ball just bounced right under East there.
52 minutes, 23 seconds into this one. Ashcroft joins the party. It's 3-0 Green Canyon. And it really has been all transition either way. You spend 30 seconds in possession, you're probably not going to score that time down the field, but you can get that thing into the box quickly across midfield. That's where Green Canyon's been scoring, and that's where Mountain Crest has been threatening tonight.
And that's what we've been talking about with this physical game. Not anything's going to really happen with your basic play, I guess you could say. They have to continue moving downfield as fast as they can, and Green Canyon did a great job of converting that, but Mountain Crest, on the other hand, didn't have that great of a look whenever they did have that opportunity.
Ashcroft chipped that one off of the Mountain Crest defender. Now makes a nice run down the near side, takes in a bit of a heavy pass, knocked out in front of him by Hunt. It'll be another Green Canyon throw, just about parallel with the 18. In for Cannon Clark, had to jump up and corral that one. Ashcroft with a nice play at the touchline to keep it alive. And then Pulsifer just couldn't clear it like he wanted to. Another throw for Green Canyon. A little under 27 minutes to play here in Hiram. 3-0 Green Canyon. Nice touch, great turn, and a really bad shot from Cannon Clark as he skies that one way off to the right.
And that's like the third time we've seen both teams even kick it really far right of that goal and high. It must be a magnet over there.
Everything perfect but the finish, and that's usually what you want to be perfect. Landon Green takes that one away on the far side. Trying to get back to Barrientos. It's cut out by Cannon Clark. And then Mountain Crest has a quick throw on the far side. They'll slow it down a little bit, though, as a substitution being made. Barrientos coming off the field, replacing him, Ethan Webster. And it looks like Landon Green will check out as well. It's going to be Mason Clark replacing him.
Ethan Webster and Tyler Baldwin coming in for Mountain Crest.
Long throw down the far touchline. Took a friendly bounce there for Parker Perry, just couldn't latch on to the end of it. Now here comes Ashcroft through midfield, given a little too much space through the middle, goes to his left for Knight. Good touch from Knight, and then he is shoved down trying to make the turn, no whistle.
There's absolute body there, not sure what we're looking at.
Clark through the middle, a little too heavy. Sadler, back to Stevens, back to Sadler. Now Clark, over the right side. Taken in by Steed. Right back to midfield. Sadler, heavy touch, almost turned it over. And they are going to whistle the contact there against Sadler.
Yeah, a little bit of a late whistle.
I think they were trying to play advantage Green Canyon. There's no advantage to be had. Under 25 to go in Hiram. 24:45 to be exact here in the second half of action. This is Region 11 Soccer on KLZX and 100.9 Light FM. Green Canyon back through the middle. Nice pass in for a running Cannon Clark. Tried to stop it for Colby Knight. He did, and then a great save by Buist on the follow-up from Knight. Cleared out by Cooper Hunt. Onto the end of it was Mason Clark. Now a great pass up the front, and the flag goes up. Heavy touch anyway from Jesse Bravo, but he made a great run, just a fraction of a second too early. Sorensen, I think, had that saved anyway, and again, it looked like that touch from Bravo, the first touch, was just too heavy.
Yeah, just a little bit too much on that ball. Basically just delivered it right to Sorensen there, but Sorensen not out of the box there.
That's how close it's been, though, for Mountain Crest tonight.
Exactly.
So many times they've been right there on the doorstep. They just haven't gotten the bounces today.
They need to convert and finish on these, again, it's great defense showing they're having, just not able to really make that happen.
Oh, nice touch over the top from Garcia. Lays this one off for Ashcroft, right foot, goal! Ashcroft has a brace and Garcia with the assist again. It's 2 assists and 2 goals for Garcia. Ashcroft joins in with a brace.
And then Garcia coming in here with 7 points, already having 4 on the night. Grand Canyon starting to find their rhythm on finishing. Again, on these mistakes that we're seeing from Mountain Crest, this passing just hasn't really been working for them today. And once they're getting that ball, they are able to convert on the end, and that's exactly what they need to do. Mountain Crest, that defense still very strong. Just giving up those fast breaks, Stockton. Every single goal we've seen from Green Canyon has been on those fast breaks.
56 minutes, 20 seconds into this one. Ashcroft with his brace. And not even 4 minutes between those goals, Jacob.
Yeah, kind of just got to stop the bleeding. If you're Mountain Crest here.
This really has been kind of the identity of Green Canyon's team this year, though, is they do a lot of goal scoring per match, but they do most of it in the second half. They're averaging 4.6 goals per game as a team. Down that far side, Mustangs looking for the cross, and a heavy touch runs it out for a Sorensen goal kick. Region 11 Soccer on 100.9 Light FM and KLZX 107.7, brought to you by Castelite. Whether you're looking for brick for your home, tile for a bathroom remodel, or pavers for a new walkway, think Castelite. Online at castalite.com. Short goal kick taken by the back line of Green Canyon. Now 22:50 remaining in this contest. 4-0 Green Canyon after 2 quick goals from Ashcroft. Whitby gets past his mark at midfield. Nice touch. Finds Garcia. Garcia worked off it, though. Really good positioning from Webster. Attacking the back line for Mountain Crest. Now they work up the near side. Just off the wrong part of the boot there. It spins its way out. Another Green Canyon throw. 22:15 to play in this one.
Just kind of the storyline again for Mountain Crest, just off the wrong end of the boot. That ball wants out again. Not really finding that groove right now.
Over the top now for Cannon Clark. Poked away from him, and it stayed behind as he tried to work his way into the 18, then off the head on the near side of Mason Clark.
They're going to give that to Mountain Crest.
They are. I think they thought last touch there was off of Chase McBride, and he's not going to argue too much.
Who is? Oh, the freshman.
Looks like the officials are going to start discussing something. I saw a little bit of something down there on that Mountain Crest side. We're going to see, probably talk about what happened. And they are going to give it to Green Canyon.
It is going to be off the head there of Clark.
I think that's the right call as well.
That's what I thought I saw in real time, but such a quick game, you never really know. Colby Knight under a little pressure, cleared off by Mountain Crest. From the 50. Stevens trying to drop that in for Knight.
Big hit.
Yeah, good run on that far side by Hunt to knock it away, and he took a little bit of heavy contact there from Colby Knight as he was trying to follow it through. It will be a throw for Green Canyon. But again, that kind of increased physicality in this half, something that the officials have been keeping an eye on. Cannon Clark around the corner into the box, lays it off for Ashcroft, and it's a hat trick for Ashcroft. Ashcroft got himself lost inside the 6, and it takes him all of about 8 minutes, Jacob, to put 3 on the score sheet.
Yeah, his 11th goal of the season comes in pretty good fashion. That hat trick for him tonight. Again, a wide open look, just had to tap it. He's not really having any real chance of stopping that one with 3 Mountain Crest attackers on all ends.
So it's 5-0 Green Canyon just about halfway through this second half. Ashcroft, it took him 7 minutes and 11 seconds to put a hat trick on the board, get him a Slurpee after the game. To the far side, running down the sideline. Colby Knight dispossessed. Back up towards midfield. Burnett trying to work that over the top of the defense for Green Canyon. But again, it just hasn't been bouncing like that for Mountain Crest. I know it's 5-0, but this game, it feels like it's been played a lot closer than that.
And it has, and it's just been those fast breaks down the field that has really separated these two teams. Mountain Crest playing insanely great defense today, just not able to really connect on that offensive end. You need to score to win.
And it really does come down to the bounces sometimes too, with how physical a game it can be. Just how does the ball bounce, and it's been bouncing for Green Canyon tonight.
Yeah, they're moving very quickly, getting where they need to be to make those impressive bounces that they needed to score here.
Heavy ball down that far side, intercepted by Stevens, but it's still Mountain Crest. And Stevens, a great recovery slide to knock that away. They were trying to find Burnett on the run, and he would have been free. Stevens again cuts that away from William Burnett. It's out for a Mountain Crest throw. Oh, off a Mustang, it would be a Green Canyon throw. Bumped in for Clark. Back for Stevens. Just punches that over the top of the 50. Knocked down by Mountain Crest. Landon Green, took an awkward spin on him off the turf, but he does get back the ball. Lays it off to his right for Perry. Perry through the middle, intercepted. Long shot though, right at the crossbar. Sorensen knocks it down, and he's going to just let that roll around inside the 6 to kill off as much of these remaining 18 and a half minutes as he can.
Yeah, great idea there. Now Mountain Crest needs to up that pressure, try to get Green Canyon to make a mistake, and try to get a quick transition goal here.
Sorensen to his right. Gets it back from Stevens. On the left side. Whitby back to Sorensen. They're just playing catch, those three. Whitby is given a lot of space now with the near side. He's going to take this all the way to midfield. Green Canyon's attack, making all sorts of runs, trying to open up some passing lanes. Now the middle almost opens up for Sadler. He's slowed down though, and that ball ends up behind him. Pass knocked down by Green Canyon. Sneaky turn down that far side by Harris. He's taken away from the ball momentarily. Now Green Canyon's got it back to the back line. Whitby. And you go all the way back to Sorensen right in front of the 18, and Sorensen to his right for Stevens. 17 minutes, 22 seconds remaining at Mountain Crest High. All the way back to Sorensen now.
They're just going to try to burn as much clock as they can here.
What do the coaching staff like to call this one? Clock management mode?
And I just heard Mountain Crest's coach down there say, don't go back, play up. So they're still trying to attack and make something happen. Obviously, telling players to do that so they don't just burn this clock off.
I think that's what Green Canyon was looking for them to do, because Sorensen immediately tries to boot one over the top for Colby Knight. Whistles, and I think Knight won a free kick for Green Canyon after getting tugged a couple different times by
a lot of hands being grabbed.
McFarland playing really good defense, but yeah, just kind of got over the top of him there.
Yeah, I saw some hands around the waist up top as well. Great call by the official to kind of keep it in line. You can't let that one go, even with this game scenario as well.
This is still going to be about 38 yards from goal along the football hash marks on the near side of the field. Sadler. Big right foot towards the far post. Easy catch for Bust. Throws it out quickly. Taken back by Green Canyon.
And that's just another example of kind of how this is played out for Mount Crest.
Great turn. Colby Knight in all sorts of space. That left foot's not going to miss it. 6-0 Green Canyon with 15:53 to go. Jesse Bravo coming back onto the field for Mountain Crest, as it looks like Will Burnett's going to come off. Also subbing on,
Jesse Bravo and
that is number 10,
Elise
Ethan Webster,
Zamaripa,
number 8, Merrick Maw. Region 11 Soccer on 107.7 KLZX and 100.9 Light FM, brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air. Schedule your service call on their website, advancedheating-ac.com. Also brought to you by Great Basin Graphics, custom t-shirts, detailed embroidery, and graphic designs that will get your business noticed. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
18th goal of the season there for Colby at his 41st point.
Long ball over the top, off the arm of Ashby. This falls for Mountain Crest, but the shot blocked. Rebound to Mountain Crest. Another follow-up shot through the uprights for a 20-yard field goal. 15.5 to play.
Yeah, as for Green Canyon, you know, we've seen a lot of breakthroughs for Mountain Crest, but at the end of the day, they're keeping that back line very strong and firm, able to get back to stop those attacks we're seeing from the Mustangs in this one. But at the end of the day, it's really going to come down to that defense and being able to complete those passes and really get some explosive offensive going.
Long goal kick from Sorensen, trying to find the 50. Takes a bounce. Mountain Crest not under too much pressure. Set back towards Parker Perry. He's dispossessed. Now the near side, a couple subs on. That's Bennett Campbell for Green Canyon. Campbell lost it on the near side. Clark trying to follow this one through midfield. Kroll lays it off on the near side for Webster. Webster's cross is blocked off of a Wolf body and out for a throw. Good effort and good sacrifice there by Jace McBride. That was hard hit by Webster.
Yeah, great sacrifice as well. I'm sure that's going to leave a bruise or a mark in the morning. But again, still holding it back 6-0 here. I'm pretty sure if I'm Green Canyon, I'm trying to keep this as a 0 for as long as we can.
Setting up for a long throw. Pulsifer right into the middle of the 6, headed off of a Green Canyon Wolf, but taken back by Mountain Crest top of the 18. Shot blocked again. That one went off the body of Jeremy Jensen. 14 to play here in Hiram. Jensen following it out. It's another Mountain Crest throw. Looking for an avenue in. Daxton Grohl. Heavy touch off the outside of the boot and a goal kick. Under 14 to play now here in Hiram. Still 6-0 Green Canyon. 3 for Ashcroft, 2 for Garcia, and 1 for Colby Knight.
Try to dance around for as long as they can.
Oh, heavy touch off the back line. That falls. Shot and a goal. Really, really bad mistake there from Whitby. Leaves Sorensen on an island, and Parker Perry makes a great pass.
That was Jesse Bravo.
It was not. It was number 30, David Zamaripa.
Zamaripa scored that? Wasn't that Jesse Bravo?
Was it Bravo?
Yeah,
oh, it looked like 30 was in the field. No, you're right, it was Bravo.
Yeah, Bravo got
30's
that.
not on the field.
No.
That's my mistake.
No, Jesse Bravo, second goal of the season, 3rd point for him. Great attack. Again, a mistake that Green Canyon did not want to make, but that's why you keep pressure Stockton, and now they get one on the board as the official's going to come over and speak to the Mountain Crest sideline. Not sure.
What? 13:30 plus 30 seconds.
And they're going to add some time to the clock up here while we look ahead to that. And again, just a great shot. And we saw, again, Sorensen come way out, pretty much almost to the edge of that middle of that box there.
And that's when it can burn you, is if
you try to do too much. And I'm sure he might have thought that maybe they weren't going to get a shot on line. But, I mean, if you leave the goal wide open, it's destined to happen eventually.
So a shutout goes calling for Sorensen after a bad turnover by his back line, but that's the price you pay if you keep playing so aggressively off that back line or off the goal line. Back to Whitby. He goes to his right. Now this is more than likely still probably going to be a Green Canyon win, but that's a huge momentum booster for Mountain Crest, and it really just feels good for the Mustangs after all that work they've done to push through the back line.
And if you're Mountain Crest right now, you're just wanting to get as many on the board as you can, because at the end of the day, you've played really great defense until really the second half, and unfortunately, that's what's going to cost us. So get something sweet to go home with in this one and learn from the mistakes that did happen.
Under 13 to go, 6-1 Green Canyon. Wolves trying to work this back through midfield. Knight with a great touch pass up the near side. Bennett Campbell into the box, trying to put that off the outside of the foot to the far post and just mishit it.
Might have even been a cross attempt there. Looks like there was 2 trailing Green Canyon attackers, but just not enough. Looks like they might have held back as well. Another ball in that corner against Dustin.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit more selfishness there required for Bennett Campbell. Should have been a shot.
Yeah, 100%. And kind of seeing what we've seen him use today. He's had some amazing saves as well, but some of these really fast plays, he's kind of let some through. So again, that would be a time that I would 100% agree, be a little selfish with it.
That one goes off of Perry for a Green Canyon throw.
And they're going to chase down that ball. Try to burn off some time here in this one. With only 11:50 left to play. And they're going to take it way back to their goal side. Again, just burn off time. But this is what costed them last time.
Oh, that goes off the back of Bravo for a goal kick. And like you were saying, Jacob, that's what cost them last time.
Just continue doing what you're doing. Continue the pressure. And eventually you might have some of those gappers like we just saw in that first goal for Mountain Crest. But if you're Green Canyon here, I say continue playing how you've been playing, continue getting those reps in that your team needs. And again, they've been playing well all season, but again, it doesn't hurt to have a little more.
11:15 remaining. Sorensen taking his time getting this one away. The ball ricochets around at midfield now. Campbell, a nicely weighted ball for Colby Knight, but he was a fraction offside. And the flag goes up before the 40.
Definitely a couple of steps ahead there. Great call by the officials to keep an eye on that. And Mountain Crest again, another break on another fast break. We really try to capitalize, turn this around, and shift this momentum, and just get a couple more on the board before the end of this one.
Long free kick to the top of the 18, headed back out by Green Canyon. Ashcroft under pressure, turns back to his right, picks up the speed, he's across the 50. He's got Knight ahead of him to the right. That goes off of the back of a Mustang and ends up on the feet of Colby Knight. Again, it's been that kind of night for Mountain Crest. It's been taking some very Green Canyon bounces, but a great save from distance by Buse.
Buse again, coming up big. Some really hard hit balls towards him, but again, just a great job on his end for stopping that one. Again, that transition approaches just have not been really working in his favor. But still coming up with some big stops and again, taking some very unlucky bounces as well.
Green Canyon again, top of the box. Garcia working to his right, just a little heavy. He was trying to join Ashcroft into the 3-goal throw. And then heavy contact at midfield. They're going to say that was fair. And Green Canyon has it down the far side. Taken right back by Mountain Crest though after a really softly hit pass. Ashcroft playing defensive midfield gets the stand-up tackle. And worked out of play, last touch Green Canyon. Good defense on the far side, I believe that was Clark. 9 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. That runs out of play for another Green Canyon throw, this time on the near side of the field. Looks like we've got more substitutions for Green Canyon. Coming up to the front of the attack, I believe that's going to be number 15, Benji Bingham. Also coming out of field, number 21, Isaka Hidamana. Off the field, Colby Knight with 1 and Drew Garcia with 2 tonight. So Garcia's last chance to join the hat trick club not going to be converted. Green Canyon got 8.5 minutes to go here in Hiram with a 6-1 lead. That one hit behind the running Bingham. Intercepted again. Sadler to his left for Ashcroft. Ashcroft trying to step over it, and it ends up behind him. off of his own heel. Perry to the near touchline. Ashcroft gets a foot in there and works it out for a Mountain Crest throw. Perry lost track of him and stepped on him on the way back over, but they're just going to separate. No extracurriculars.
Yeah, there doesn't need
Nothing
to be,
malicious there.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be anything there.
Under 8 to play here in the second half. Roll trying to work that back up the field. Found some traffic. Now here's Ashcroft. Goes to the far side for Porter. Porter's heavy touch gives it back, but then he runs back onto it. Far side, hit him on him. Right at the 50, he'll drop that back. Up for Ashcroft. Back to that far touchline in Green Canyon. Just playing past in the defense. Almost a turnover though on the back line, and they'll boot it up the field. Bingham's going to run to it, but it's going to bounce heavily to Buse at the 18. Well away from danger. Low drop kick. Ends up with Perry. The near side, Perry trying to stop it on the dime. He overruns it. Sadler back through the middle looking for Bingham, and then Sadler takes a hard tackle from Perry through the leg way after the ball was out, and Perry is going to get carded.
Yeah, big hit there, looks like.
Yeah, Sadler might
pretty
be
hurt. Yeah, Sadler
seriously
might.
injured. He'll be helped up, but he is going to have to limp that one off. That one certainly looked like it stung.
Yeah.
7 minutes exactly remaining here in Hiram, and that I certainly believe was just a frustration foul for Perry. Just kind of one of those nights.
Yeah, exactly. Playing outstanding defense. We've seen them and just giving up those fast break plays. Only giving up 1 in that first half. Coming into the second half, giving up 5 already.
And you're just looking for an opportunity to be a little physical towards the end of the game. A little late on the challenge, and it is going to be a yellow card, but I don't think, again, anything malicious there from Parker. Over the top into the 18, sent back to the top of the 18. Bingham to his right for Hidamana. Nice touch down the right side. Hidamana being bodied off of it, though. Follows it into the 18 and could not keep it. Now Ashcroft dancing inside the 18. Heavy touch, though, as he tried to line it up for his left foot. Here comes Mountain Crest, trying to break out their defensive third. Ends up with Sadler. 6.5 to play. Sadler down the right side, off of the head of Case, kept in by Hidamana on the far touchline. Level with the top of the 18. Heavy touch gives it away, gets it back. Green Canyon through the middle for Bingham. Awkward spin on the first touch, but he keeps possession, works to his right foot, and could not get the shot off. Like Cooper Hunt on the closeout. 6 minutes remaining here at Mountain Crest High. Now Mason Clark through the middle, his pass intercepted. Sadler quickly for Bingham. To his right, Ashcroft. Ashcroft through the double team, lifts that one. It falls for the right foot, and off the near post. Unbelievably bad break for Bennett Campbell, but the flag was up anyway on the far side. It would have counted.
Yeah, definitely a good step off sides there. Great eye by the official.
And yeah, he was about a shoulder's length ahead of that back line.
The actual play, not the distance, but again, just
that's
tough break.
That's 2 chances now for Bennett Campbell where he's missed by a fraction. It wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah, I was thinking about that a long time, but do not dip your head down. Had a great game still.
5 minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in Hiram. That'll go out for a Mountain Crest throw at the end of the Green Canyon bench. Dropped in at the feet of Webster, tries to go back to his left, and a heavy first touch is another turnover. Cleared out for a Mustang throw with 4:42 to play. Final portion of this match on Cache Valley Daily, 107.7 KLZX and 100.9 Light FM, brought to you by Preston Watts Collision and Glass, trained technicians, the latest equipment, and over 5 decades of experience to guarantee a perfect auto body repair and the safest glass replacement. Also brought to you by Cache Valley Auto Care. If you have car problems, you can trust CVA for expert service, backed by expert online reviews and customer satisfaction. Find coupons on their website. Bennett Campbell comes through the back end, makes the tackle now forward for Bingham, but he hit it too heavy, and he was under pressure trying to get that pass off. Hidamata wins it though, right-footed shot, just goes across the face of goal and out for another goal kick. Under 4 to play.
We've only seen Hidamata here in this last 10 minutes of this one, but he's made an impact. Same with that ball. Huge shot. It looked like it was on line. He just missed wide left.
Playing that right wing for Green Canyon out of midfield as well, so he's making long runs down that lane.
Doing a great job over there.
Back line for Green Canyon, sends that back to midfield. Bouncing around, cut out by the Wolves for now, ends up again on the feet of Hunt. Further up the touchline, knocked out by Green Canyon for a Mountain Crest throw. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Launched into the box, just a little too heavy. It was a great run though for Zamarifa, who was on and had probably an open right half of goal if he could have got a foot to it. 3 minutes to play in Hiram.
I'm going to tell him to leave this bad boy. Bring this bad boy back.
Green Canyon still through the middle. Not under a whole lot of pressures. There's now 2:45 remaining in this one. Pass over hit for Campbell.
Yeah, a little too much on that one there. But still, Green Canyon keeping on that pressure, not giving Mount Crest any chance to really get anything going still after giving up that one slight little goal they had earlier.
Now under 2.5 to play. Still 6-1 Green Canyon after a huge 5-goal second half. 3 of them from Ashcroft, who put his hat trick in. The time from the first goal to the third goal, 7 minutes, 11 seconds.
That is insane.
It was the first 15 minutes of this half that Green Canyon just came out and won the game, and we've kind of been coasting to the end ever since. Down the far side, Hidamana couldn't get there. He was tugged down, but it will be a Green Canyon throw. So drop it in at midfield. Minute 45 to play. Just over 100 seconds. Back towards the middle, little heavy hit by Hidamana, taken in by the Mustangs. Oh, really good touch down that left side, gets around the corner, but then over hit that ball. It's probably the last chance there for the oncoming number 16, Mason Clark. Chases Sorensen to the near side of the 18, and Sorensen rolls that out for a defender. Lots of tugging, lots of shoving, and that is going to be a call against Clark.
Yeah, that's a frustration spot right there. I know we talked about it, but yeah, you saw as soon as he got there, hands on the body.
Yeah, anytime you see a fistful of jersey, you're probably getting the whistles. 60 seconds to play in Hiram. Over the top. Takes a couple bounces, Mountain Crest back line all over it, and that'll be poked out off the foot of Buse. Wolves still pressing up high as Daxton Grohl finds some pressure. Out of the near side. Hunt hits that hard down the near wing, and it's finally crossed away from danger by Green Canyon. They'll keep it in on the far side of the touchline. Find Hidamana, 29 seconds remaining in this game. Campbell got that one. His foot was swept out clean from under him, but they are going to call that a clean tackle. Enough ball got there by Mountain Crest.
Kind of felt in slow motion. I think that might have been why that call wasn't given to him.
Again, Green Canyon just coming down a little easily on some of these contact plays. That is not one of them. 10 seconds remaining. I don't think Green Canyon's even going to bother getting this free kick off. The ball's all the way on the far side of the pitch. And the Wolves will take a 6-1 victory here in Hiram. They advance to 5-0 in region play and 5 straight game win streak. Their only loss this season as they move to 8-1 overall and a 3-2 defeat against Weaver High. Other than that, it's been just really nothing but roses for this team. 43 goals now in 9 games for Green Canyon.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Stockton, and again, Green Canyon, a little slow start there in the first half of it, like we were talking about. They kind of do that sometimes from time to time. As for Mountain Crest, came out here really strong on the defense, knew what their game plan was, just kind of let it go in that second half. Still great things for both teams to look at in this one. Great game overall, kept it clean, kept it safe. It was a great game to watch.
A Wolf victory brought to you by the Green Canyon Booster Club. The Boosters support sports throughout the year, and would like to say thanks to all those local businesses and individuals who support Green Canyon and its students. And now it's time for our post-game coverage brought to you by Young Toyota and Young Honda. For 100 years, delivering an exceptional customer experience. Think young, drive young. Jacob, two superlatives that we want to talk about tonight. First of all, I want to give a shout to Ashcroft. That's just an incredible feat of in 7 minutes, 11 seconds. But then also, I think our runner-up here for the Napa Auto Parts Best Cover game is going to go to that Jesse Bravo today. Because that, to me, 66 minutes into the game, they're down 6-0 at that point. But Bravo, especially, Mountain Crest just kept fighting into that 18-yard box, and they finally got at least one against a team that's already got 3 shutouts on the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Good for them to at least get one more going in there. And again, that ball was kind of given to them in a sense, but still doesn't discredit him for getting a great shot on goal and beating Sorensen, who has made it really difficult on them to get any good shots in the goal. Overall, though, I really like those ideas.
Now time to crown the winner of the Napa Auto Parts Best Part of the game. The parts and oil you need to keep your car and equipment running as fast, locally owned and operated in Crest in the province. Jacob, I think we're going to have to go with the 7-minute play. It's just that you don't see that a whole lot, especially at this level.
Yeah, you don't see that really ever at really any level, I guess you could say, of more upper-level soccer, and a great, impressive job by him. They didn't try to do too much, put 3 goals in that in 7 minutes, talking like you were saying. That is just absurd to see and absurd to hear. He has something to be very proud of tonight.
Stockton Ashcroft, hat-trick in 7 minutes. It's all in the name.
All right.
Green Canyon stays in first, 5-0, 8-1 overall in Region 11. Ridgeline at 4-1, tied with Skyview in second. Logan at 3-3 in Region. Mount Crest and State at 4-2-4 in Region 3-7 on the season. Next up for the Mustangs, they'll host the Riverhawks on this field Thursday evening at 7 p.m. So they have tomorrow off. Green Canyon is going to go to Skyview though, so they're playing each end of the region on consecutive nights. The Wolves at the Bobcats tomorrow night, 7 p.m. They'll come back down right in the middle at Logan High. We'll be at Logan Thursday night, 7 p.m. for that match between the Grizzlies and the Wolves. But that is going to do it for us here in Hiram. Jacob, get any final thoughts?
That was a great game overall. Super blessed to be here. Great job by both teams for staying in it, even though with our score overall. A great game to watch, a great game to be at. Looking forward to see what else Green Canyon has in store for the rest of this one. They're on fire. It's exciting to watch.
This has been Region 11 Soccer on 107.7 KLZX and 100.9 Light FM, brought to you by Cache Valley Daily. The latest news about what's going on in your community is found on Cache Valley Daily, including photo galleries and replays of local sports, just like tonight's match. If you've been streaming along with us on CBE.com or on YouTube, your video experience powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. You can expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. For Jacob Pitcher, a big thank you to Mountain Crest Sports and their Booster Club for hosting us here in Hiram. I'm Stockton Juke saying good night. We'll be back with some Region 11 boys volleyball tomorrow evening. Can't wait to see you then.
What's up, dude? Dude, my mom told me you're Rutgers, so I didn't say hi. I'm good. Dude, I got like 2 weeks.
Michelle, if you're here, Michelle, hit the light.
This has been a presentation of Region 11 Spring Sports on 107.7 FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. This broadcast of Region 11 Sports has been brought to you by Cache Valley Daily and the Cache Valley Media Group, covering the Skyview Bobcats, Green Canyon Wolves, Logan Grizzlies, Bear River Bears, Ridgeline Riverhawks, and Mountain Crest Mustangs. Watch replays of previous games on CacheValleyDaily.com.